You know, fire is great and all, but I would actually like it to finish up so that I can go ahead and replace this stuff. Because, I mean, I said I wasn't gonna tear it down while it was still on fire, but, you know, this is going on for longer than I expected. Well, anyways, hi, hello, I'm the ImpendingMoon, and welcome to Minecraft Alpha version 1.1.0. That's right, we're finally out of the 1.0 point whatever, and finally into 1.1. And, of course, yeah, I was hoping to start off the episode by building this thing. Well, I was hoping to go through last episode building it, but that's just not gonna happen for now, so I don't know what to say. And in this update, there are only a few additions. So, right here, it's the compass. That's the addition. So, this compass has exactly one use, and that's to point you back to spawn, which in this case is 00 because of the version I generated it on. Yeah, it takes me right there, that exact block that I'm pointing to. Anyways, I don't necessarily need help finding that, so, out of here. And then the other thing is that lava can be used as fuel, so if I go bop, hey, that actually works, and I'm probably not going to use this feature. Also, it eats the bucket. And I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't expect lava to hold up in a bucket, just in general. So, yeah, I mean, having it break inside of a furnace isn't the most unrealistic. But I mean, considering those are the only two, like, real additions in this version, what am I doing here? Well, the answer, my friends, is building. And a lot of it. Because I put down all of those plots of land and all that, and I didn't necessarily realize that, oh hey, this is going to take a lot of stuff to build. So I figured I might as well dedicate an episode just to building up some stuff. As if last episode wasn't almost entirely that. But whatever, that's besides the point, we're gonna be building. And of course, to start off with that, I gotta grab some actual resources to build with. And of course, just having the resources isn't enough. I need them to be accessible where I am. So I'm gonna make just a couple of resource caches around the areas where I'll be building. And just so I didn't have to deal with any tall trees in my tree farm, I've gone ahead and I've placed some glass 7 blocks above the ground everywhere there's a sapling. And that still works to this day. That's how you've always prevented tall trees from growing. Anyways, first cache is going up right here. Come on. I was just relaxed enough to be completely surprised by that. Yeah, well, it's what I get for trying to relax in Minecraft. Anyway, with that little call to attention done, this is the second cache. Alright, so I'm gonna go and quickly fill up all of these caches with some blocks, then I can start building some stuff. Also, I've gone ahead and built some stations here and then up north, just so that it's easier to get around. Although I do need to start stocking some minecarts and these things. And would you look at that? Looks like I did. Well, I'll just push them over here. Then I figure I might as well get some other materials going for now. Spider. Ow. No more spider. Alright, so after like half an hour of running around with some mild detours, both of the caches are done, and this is what they look like, more or less. So you got wood, some bookshelves, the infinite sign, you got some cobblestone, dirt, plants, basically just whatever I might end up needing to decorate the place. Yeah, and with all that done, I guess it's about time that I just get building. Okay, so say with this one, I'm thinking it's just gonna be a regular house, but since I've got some space up in front here, I can take it and just build like a garden or something. So we just go ahead and do whatever we need to do to build a house. And with our outline built, I can go ahead and start filling it in with blocks. Then of course it's usually a good idea to slap a roof onto your builds. And with that, the main build is pretty much done. So I just need to add some doors and of course an interior. But I'm pretty happy with this. Especially since I decided to go with the full 2-story thing instead of a little bit of what I did with that, which is a shorter second story and a balcony. I think this turned out pretty good. But of course the main draw for this place is the fact that it's a garden. So if I go ahead and just make some fences, preferably with the right recipe, I can go ahead, do some slight boxing in of the place, and just go ahead, plop in some water, and a few flowers. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. Then I think I'm also gonna go ahead and just plant a tree over here, just to fill in the space a little bit. And with a quick pathway, that would be this house done. I'm gonna hold off on some interior decoration for now, just to save on some resources. The outside's mostly what matters anyway. Hi, Ross. And to be honest, I think the other houses I'm gonna make are going to be smaller, just because this used up a lot of resources. And although I do have a decent amount stockpiled, wood especially takes a good amount of time to get. But I'm just gonna move on to this house, because it's small, should be easy. And then that would be this house done. It's fairly small, although it did take the fact that it is kinda like half built into the mountain into account. I tried out a different roof style. I think it looks alright. It's not my best, but I'm happy with it. Adds a little bit of visual variety into the types of roofs that I've got here. And again, I'm foregoing any internal stuff just to save on some resources, although I did put in a carpet, just made out of wool. And then for this secluded little house right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out some bricks for this. And here's to hoping I even have enough to just do the outline here, because I don't know how much this perimeter actually is, so, well, no way to tell other than counting or just building it. Alright, so I got kind of a foundation laid out, so here's hoping that this isn't more than 43 blocks. Alright, we had enough bricks to do it, and I'd say it looks alright. And then I think to save on some wood here, I'm gonna go ahead and make this mostly out of cobblestone, because I have a ton more cobblestone than I do wood. Alright, so this is the basic shape of the brick and stone house here. And I went with some 3 high windows because I thought that would just be another thing that is unique about it. Yeah, overall, it's probably not going to be terribly complicated, but I think it'll look pretty nice just being, you know, in the middle of the woods here, basically. And I still haven't put a roof on it. But if I start filling in the glass here, at least from the inside, I would say this place looks pretty good. I do want to do one thing right here, and that's put in some bookshelves. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good here. Then we could have some more bookshelves as like a counter over here. Heck, I could even use the rest of them and do that. I think that looks really nice. Yeah, kind of like as a mini library, but as like a person's house or something. Although I'll be honest, there's not exactly much place for living here. You know, we can slap a bed in like right over here. You can sleep by the door. Did you just lay an egg right outside of my house? Really? Ah, well. Then I think this would actually be an especially good spot to put down some carpet. Alright, and with the roof on it, that's what this house looks like. I still need to build pathways over here, but that's easy enough. And yeah, I like how this looks. Now, why did I do interior decorating on this house and not the other ones? Because I wanted to. Shut up. I don't need to make sense to you. But anyway, there's still some houses that need to get done in this part of Moonlandia. So it's time to just go over and build them. These ones I'm gonna keep simple. And this one doesn't even have an outline. Alright, and that's this house done. It's a bit generic, but he did add a skylight. So I think that's pretty cool. And once again, we're gonna forgo any interior decoration. Now for this piece of land, I was thinking of putting a big ol' house over here, and that would still fit. But I'm thinking what would fit better is probably having just a little viewing area here, so that you can look out into the ocean and stuff. And I might want to actually fill that back in with sand sometime. Then I guess just make a little wall or something just on the edge here. And just have a little place where you can look out to the coast. And yeah, now that this little wall's built, I'm pretty set on this just being like a little viewing area, so I'm not gonna bother to put in any houses or anything. But I probably will just put a path in, just so that it kind of connects up to this place. Then I'm thinking that I could probably... Oh. That doesn't necessarily work out properly, does it? Huh. Well, I was thinking that I could probably make some picnic tables if I were to go like this. But it seems like that is sadly not the case. Huh. Well, what a shame. Especially since it seems like I can't properly break these without having another stair. What? So I guess these are just gonna be here, because I can't exactly break them. Eventually, I'll be able to put in some picnic tables, but for now, I don't know, I guess they're just kinda little tables. Works for me. But yeah, this place is done. I just need to go ahead and put in some pathways, so let me quickly do that. Alright, and that should be all of the pathways here done. So you got the one going out to the shore there, one coming over here to this house, and then the one that connects this pathway to this one. And then I think I'm gonna plant a few more trees just over here, just to create a little bit more coverage for this area. But yeah, that should be everything in this area for the time being. I don't have anything in particular planned out, and all my outlines are filled, so yeah, that's a win. I did use a lot of my materials here, especially most of my wood. But especially coming over here and seeing it all from above, I'd definitely say it's resources well spent. And yeah, you can even see this from up here. Now, up here is going to be a place where I'm going to deal with later on. Because there are some more specific things that I want to do with features that aren't added yet. But there are still plenty of buildings on this side of the area that need to get built, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of those. And seriously, this thing is still on fire. It's been 2 hours. Yeah, so this all should be straightforward, pretty much. I'm probably not gonna do themes for everything here, because there's not enough items to, like, pretend to sell. So these are probably just gonna be generic stalls. And then the biggest thing with this... And then this one I think I'm gonna move back down a little bit, because it's really close to the path, the sign, the stall, and all that. So, you know, just a couple blocks that way, probably. But hey, it's easy enough, so it shouldn't take too long to get done. Alright, and that's all the stalls put into place. I'll be honest, it does kind of look a little bit weird, considering we've only got one actual, like, themed one. But I'm sure I can come up with some other ones later on. But all of that just means that I get to go on to some actual buildings right now. And boy oh boy did I lay out a lot of them, actually. Like, more than I realized. But whatever, I can deal with them. I am probably gonna swap some of the outlines though. And then this is the first house done. It's nothing special. But I did decide to go with more stone than wood, just to save on wood. And, yeah. I mean, again, I've forgotten some interior decoration, yada yada yada. You know what I'm doing. Nope, there goes my shovel. Time to make another. And there we are. Now, just shove this in here, and I can keep going. Okay, Ross. Now, did you leave all these eggs here? Okay, well, whatever. So with all the houses and stuff that I've been building, there's really only, like, one progression. Mostly because, you know, you gotta get some public services in, otherwise people aren't gonna want to move in. So, you could do, like, fire departments, police stations, school systems. But, I built a church. Because, why not introduce religion into your children's block game? Now, if we just step inside here, you can see that the pews didn't work. They're very broken. And ignore that one. But yeah. I don't know, I just felt like doing something that wasn't a house. And yeah, I guess a church. Seriously, there are a lot of eggs around here. Anyways, there are houses to build and animals to probably kill. There seem to be some visitors to my build. Ow. Okay, is that, like, lag, or are they just doing that? Well, whatever. They're dead now, so they're not doing anything. Alright, well, that's this house done. And hey, you can see the railway going up north over there. You know, you got a pretty spacious interior. And a basement. Kind of. And look, the house even looks good from the outside. Huh. You know, I don't know if I want this building to be here. Because I do really enjoy having, like, the coastline visible. So, if I am gonna build anything, it'll probably be down there a bit farther so that I can still see across. Well, I mean, at least it's one less building I need to deal with right now. But, of course, taking that down leaves me only with the ones that need to have trees taken out of them. I hate taking down trees in this version. And, of course, since I chopped down all the logs of these trees, the leaves should go with them, right? Right. Some of them will, but for the most parts, I still need to take down most of them myself. Not very fun, because there's no way of speeding it up, and this is my maximum speed. Anyway. Oh, what do you mean? Why? Why are you even here? Get out. I'm sick of my stuff being invaded. It's not fun. Oh, so the wheat's finally grown. That's neat. Anyway, this building is going to be my biggest yet. And I'm not going to do any of the interior because I want to save it for something special. And I have nothing in mind for it. But the exterior, I do have some ideas for. So, I guess the first things first is just building a floor. So I at least have a foundation. And then my goal is to use up all of this cobblestone. So, let's get building some walls. And before I waste too much cobblestone, I'm gonna pick out where windows go. So definitely gonna have one just front and center right here. Ooh, that's an issue. This one is 1 block longer than this one. Luckily I caught it early on, so I can pretty easily fix it. You know, I'm pretty sure I just destroyed and rebuilt that in literally the exact same way. So that's a great use of time. Or maybe it was just too off and I didn't notice. Alright, there we are. Now I can break a window hole. Alright, so I've cut out a bunch of window holes. Hopefully I have enough glass to actually finish that, because otherwise it's just more resource gathering. Alright, so I built up the walls, added a ceiling, and I'm probably going to add a third floor onto this, because this is going to be like first floor, second floor, third floor. Ow. that hurt. And then there's the third floor done. Added an extra window here because I like the view. And then just to make it look nice, I'm just gonna line the outside with slabs. Now let's see, yep, this is where I pillared up. Because although I'm pretty sure I could fall, I'm also pretty sure I might die if I do that. But I have one last floor to do, and then this build is, I guess I'll call it done. Alright, and after a lot of digging, and however much mining, I'm finally ready to start placing down all the blocks I'll need. Alright, and now I can start placing them in. Got 2 stacks and just a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that's enough. And I just barely don't have enough. Ugh. Well, you know what? I'm gonna call it. I'll just do this on my own, because I've been doing a lot of building. This has been a 5-hour recording session. But I'd say it's pretty well worth it. I mean, at least the view from this area is pretty good. But I'm gonna hop into MC Edit, just so that we can see exactly what I've done in the past 5 hours. Alright, so I've loaded into MC Edit here, and we can see some of the houses that are done over here. So, you know, you've got the whole marketplace, which is looking pretty nice. Music store I made last time. Our church, which still does not work properly in MC Edit. Library, which was last episode, but it's still done. Some generic houses, because, you know, I just needed to fill the space. And we got our big place, which I don't really know what I'm doing with. And also, apparently, I have, miscalculated my blocks. Ah, well, I'll fix it later. And then heading over here, you got all these places, which honestly seem like they were built forever ago to me. So, they're all generic houses. But this one is pretty big, I'll give it that. Then of course you got like the lookout point here where you can go and just see all the shoreline. And I think that's pretty cool. I like it. And then I guess that's where I'm gonna leave this video. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made. I got a lot of building done that I really wanted to get done. And the rest should hopefully not take too long to do, just on my own time. But getting all this done leaves me open for other projects in future videos, and I don't need to deal with having a bunch of cobblestone outlines on the ground. Ignore up there. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed. I've been the Impending Moon, and good night.